coming up.
Fox 8's News at 10 is next.
You're watching Cleveland's own WJW television. Fox 8 is News at 10.
Do the Cleveland Public Schools have a prayer of staying open? Those gathered here at a candlelight vigil are banking on that. They came here less than an hour ago and they plan to stay as long as it takes to get something done. And as the vigil continues outside, the talks continue inside at the Harley Hotel in Independence. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Wilma Smith.
And I'm Tim Taylor. First at 10, 1 minute it sounds like progress, the next it sounds like a dead end. The mood was positive when negotiations began this morning, but as the night wears on, the teachers' side is becoming more pessimistic. Teachers Union President Richard DeCalabas did not look confident just a short time ago.
I kind of was waiting on your responses.
I would say at this point we have not made a lot of progress. We have made some, but we're a little frustrated with their attitude at this point in time.
The teachers say they won't accept a pay cut, and neither side seems ready to extend the strike deadline.
Naturally, I think there's much more room for compromise on CTU's side than on ours, but the party's going to work diligently throughout the evening and into the wee hours of the morning to try to reach a settlement. And we're here prepared to reach a fair settlement for employees, for the district, and most of all for the students.
Even though the current deadline is midnight tonight, the strike would obviously not begin until Monday, and negotiators say they'll keep talking through the weekend to try to avert the strike. The Cleveland School District is $152 million in debt, and that's why they're asking teachers for concessions. The city school system is the largest in the state, about 5,000 teachers involved in the contract negotiations. There are 74,000 students in the system attending classes in 116 buildings.
Now, if the teachers don't reach an agreement and that strike does go into effect, here's what you as parents and students really do need to know. Classes are going to be canceled for all students on Monday, September the 16th. On Tuesday, 11th and 12th graders will report to their assigned schools at the regular time. Fox 8 News will keep you updated throughout the weekend on the latest word from the negotiating table. And be sure to watch Fox 8 News first thing on Monday morning. We will have all the official school closing information that you really do need to know. We'll bring you continuous updates starting at 5:30 in the morning.
An explosive story we first told you about in a special report here on Fox 8's News this afternoon came to a peaceful end tonight. But that peaceful end did not come without a bang. Explosives which caused heightened tensions in Bedford were detonated without incident at an area landfill earlier tonight. Fox 8 News cameras were the only ones there when this very dangerous situation was finally diffused. The discovery of the explosives made for several touch-and-go hours in Bedford today. The incident shut down one of the city's busiest highways, and as Fox 8 News reporter Dick Russ tells us, also threatened the safety of children in a nearby daycare center.
Bedford police, bomb experts, and federal agents converged on the mini storage facility as soon as the explosives were discovered in one of the lockers. It was opened by the managers because the $50 a month rent hadn't been paid for over 2 months.
If it hadn't been for that, we'd been sitting on a powder keg, not knowing about it.
The locker is one of 600 at this storage facility, and it had been rented continuously since 1980. It does appear that the explosives may have been in here that long.
And what we found was grade A explosives. Those are type of explosives that are used in mining operations.
3 trunks of those explosives, along with a trunk of blasting caps and a load of fully automatic and semi-automatic weapons.
Scary. I had no idea.
Parents found out what was going on when they came to pick up their kids from Carrollwood Intermediate School next door. Police waited till school was done for the day and the children were far away before they tried to remove the explosives. The daycare center across the street was then evacuated, with those children being taken to the Oakwood Village Senior Citizen Center.
I started crying. I just got in the car and came over here real quick. My sister's boyfriend's on his way too, because he was like, what, a bomb? So
Several nearby businesses were also evacuated, including a busy gas station. The Broadway exit off 271 southbound was closed, and only then did bomb experts begin taking the explosives out of the storage locker, explosives that had been there 16 years.
When explosives sit for a great deal of time, they start to get volatile and sensitive.
Some of the dynamite had crystallized and could only be transported after being soaked in diesel fuel. By early evening, all the explosives had been removed and safely detonated at a landfill. Dick Russ, Fox 8 is News in Bedford.
Well, police and federal agents are trying to trace the guns and the explosives and find the renter, a woman who apparently used a phony name. It is against the law to store explosives at such facilities. Police are checking whether the weapons and the explosives were themselves illegal as well.
A doctor who's been working at an abortion clinic without a license is in even more trouble with the law tonight. Nabil Ghali has been charged with 4 counts of sexual penetration and 2 counts of improperly touching someone. Fox 8 News has just obtained a copy of the search warrant that police used to raid his medical practice. It describes outdated, unsanitary equipment used during medical procedures. The police say that their phones have been ringing off the hook after Fox 8 News aired the story of Dr. Ghali's arrest. More than a dozen women have told the police that he victimized them as well. And the principal accused of videotaping cheerleaders in the nude might not be punished as severely as some parents would like. Charges against Walter Conte might be reduced from a felony to a misdemeanor. The Lake County prosecutor met with some of the parents today to calm them down and explain how the law works. They met behind closed doors at Brush High School for nearly 2 hours.
Oh, I'd be upset. I'm upset as it is right now. It's not right that he's getting off like this. But you can't change it, and I think it's going to take time for everybody to get over it.
The Lake County prosecutor says that he might charge Conte with voyeurism, which then carries a maximum of 60 days in jail. The South Euclid-Lyndhurst School District has suspended Conte if he doesn't fight for his job by requesting a hearing. He could be fired as soon as a week from Tuesday.
The man who beat a custodian and robbed a school earlier this week is behind bars tonight. 19-year-old David Harrington has confessed to beating the custodian and stealing from St. Angela Merici School. But that's not all. Harrington also told police he ransacked 2 other churches. The suspect claimed he was looking for petty cash to support his drug habit.
We want the church to be a place where people can come and get help, and we do that consistently. And we built a church here that's open, that the community can feel as though they can be welcome. But at the same time, we certainly don't like the idea of people breaking in and stealing property and destroying things that are precious to us.
The Messiah Lutheran Church and Fairview Community Baptist Church were vandalized and robbed over the past 2 weeks. The suspect, David Harrington, is now charged with aggravated robbery. More charges are expected after the grand jury meets next week.
Almost 1 month after a dramatic accident shut down the Baywatch show at SeaWorld of Ohio, the show will go on again tomorrow. Numerous spectators were hurt when the steering mechanism in the boat broke and it flew into the crowd. At that time, SeaWorld shut down its Baywatch show here and at 3 other SeaWorlds across the country. SeaWorld now says it has done a complete safety review and will reopen the show. Despite the mechanical failure, the boat's driver still faces charges of failing to control it. The Jewish community here in Northeast Ohio and around the world is observing the new year. This evening marks the first day of Rosh Hashanah, a 10-day period that ends with the Day of Atonement, Yom Kippur. Today also marks the 3rd anniversary of the signing of the first Israeli-Palestinian peace accord.
Hurricane Hortense hasn't hit Cleveland, but try telling that to some people as they were trying to get to work today. Meanwhile, one of the most famous or infamous rappers in the music industry is dead tonight. But first, Saddam Hussein may have crossed the line one too many times. 5,000 new U.S. troops are headed his way.
You're watching Cleveland's Independent, WBNX, TV 55. It's one of the biggest comedy hits of all time.
Real big. Big.
How big?
Well, I'm trying to tell you.
Winner of 6 Emmy Awards. That big, huh?
Oh, big ain't the word for it.
The Andy Griffith Show. Big time fun, weekdays at 6:30 on WBNX, TV 55.
I'm Ron Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory, where we make mattresses right right in our store.
We make our mattresses right. We make them one at a time using fine quality materials, and we inspect every single one of them before we ship them.
Why don't our competitors offer the same things? Because it takes a long-term commitment to create the kind of operation we have here. My partners and I have spent our entire careers in the bedding industry.
The original mattress factory.
Saturday, when their men march off to war, the proper ladies form an explosive alliance with the Barroom Bells.
These women all working together, like throwing a fox in a hen house.
And hold off a band of renegades.
To fight.
Joan Collins and Priscilla Barnes join Donny Osmond in The Wild Women of Chastity Gulch, Saturday at 8 on TV 55.
On the next Matlock,
He didn't commit suicide.
one of these geniuses has committed murder.
I thought something suspicious was going on.
But the one who stands accused
He's a kid.
has a lawyer in the family.
He's my nephew.
In a case of high IQs
It seemed potentially dangerous.
and low-down crimes.
You lost him.
Yeah. Two brilliant minds team up
There's nothing out of the ordinary about that.
on Matlock.
Saturday on TV 55.
You're watching Cleveland's Independent, WBNX, TV 55.
More of our American sons and daughters are heading to the Middle East.
5,000 Army troops are going to Kuwait, all part of a military exercise and show of force against Iraq. Elements of the 1st Cavalry Division at Fort Hood, Texas, will join 1,200 other soldiers already in Kuwait. It's one way the government is trying to catch Saddam Hussein off guard.
We're going to keep Saddam Hussein guessing as to the intentions of the United States and as to any timing of any possible action. We're going to keep him guessing because he doesn't deserve to have any forewarning from the United States.
Meanwhile, U.S. security agents are carrying out a top-secret mission to Haiti. We're told they're going to protect the president of that country while he reorganizes his security forces.
The rap music world is mourning one of their own tonight. Tupac Shakur died tonight after a long hospital battle. Shakur was hospitalized Saturday after being shot several times in an ambush last Saturday. He was hit by 4 bullets in a drive-by shooting. Doctors had removed his right lung and placed him on life support. Shakur was one of the most successful gangster rappers, selling millions of records. Tupac Shakur was just 25 years old.
The polls will be opening in just a few hours in Bosnia for an election designed to unite the two halves of that country divided by war. American observers are being sent to the war-torn country to monitor the elections while more than 48,000 peace troops provide security during the voting. Tune in to Fox 8 News tomorrow night for the very latest on this historic election in the former Yugoslavia.
2 more bodies have now been recovered from the wreckage of TWA Flight 800. Now that brings the number of those recovered to 213. In all, 230 people died when the Boeing 747 exploded shortly after takeoff from New York back on June the 17th. What caused the blast is still a mystery tonight, but investigators are confident that they will solve this puzzle. Mexico's Baja region is having a hard time coping with Hurricane Fausto. Wind whipped surface crashing into tourist beaches, flooding streets, closing shops, and driving hundreds from their homes. Guests in tourist hotels have been ordered to leave their rooms to avoid being hit by the broken glass. Meantime, Hurricane Hortense is getting weaker. Even though it's only packing winds of 105 miles an hour, Hortense is expected to affect parts of the eastern United States in the next day or 2.
A state of emergency has now been declared in Gary, Indiana tonight. The city's mayor made the declaration in the wake of shootings at 2 high schools and several hours of gunfire at a housing development this week. Mayor Scott King has ordered extra patrols at city high schools and developments, and he's imposed a curfew that bans people under 18 from city streets after 10 p.m. on school nights. Mayor King says he'll call in the National Guard if he has to.
Here's the situation. You're in traffic, you're on a bridge some 150 feet above the Hudson River, you're in New York, when suddenly you see a woman thrashing about in the water. What do? Well, very few of us would do what volunteer firefighter Daniel Santos did. He jumped into the river and hit the water with such impact, it momentarily knocked him out.
I admit that it was crazy, but when you see somebody in the water like that, hopeless, you're afraid they're gonna drown, you gotta do something to help them. So that's what I did, and without thinking twice, I just jumped and did what I had to do.
Well, a rescue boat pulled Santos and the woman to safety. The woman was apparently, Tim, trying to kill herself after she had a fight with her boyfriend.
Absolutely amazing. Doctors in Salt Lake City have begun a very delicate medical procedure. They've begun separating Siamese twins joined at the tops of their heads. Doris and Bessie Gonzalez were supposed to have the surgery September the 23rd, which is their first birthday. But the operation was moved up by 10 days after tests showed the girl's blood pressure unstable. Siamese twins occur once in about every 60,000 pregnancies. Only about 30% are born alive or survive beyond the first day. You know, regular health screenings can catch disease early and save your life. And the best part is, all they cost is a little time. Free health care for women coming up.
But first, we needed this rain, but come on, now it seems like it's never going to stop. How much rain we got and how much more is on the way.
You're watching Cleveland's Independent, WBNX TV 55.
On the next Save Our Streets, she was about to become a victim of rape when she took justice into her own hands, literally.
I proceeded to twist it in the opposite direction.
He was caught in a deadly crossfire after stopping a daring bank robbery. Then, 3 citizens who stepped in when a runaway biker went on a rush hour rampage. Join host Tim Reed and find out what you should do if you're an eyewitness to danger. Don't miss Save Our Streets.
Presenting A Taste of Europe, featuring Master Chef Ernst Paxson, with old world specialties from Austria, Italy, France, Switzerland, Germany, and England. Dinner becomes an international feast at A Taste of Europe, Tuesday through Saturday. Enjoy outside dining at its best, served on our spacious patio deck at A Taste of Europe on Route 82 in Twinsburg, just a short drive from Akron or Cleveland. For reservations, call 216-425-7340.
There's a lot happening on Sweet Valley High. It's gonna be fun. There's some new boys. Sometimes the most amazing things happen. You gotta see the guys. Sometimes there's trouble. The boys are so cute. Sometimes things are just plain funny. Do we mention the new boys? Is that all you think about? What? The boys. That's all you talk about. Well, what else is there?
They're the twins of Sweet Valley High. Sundays at 11:30 on TV 55.
Welcome to the Arthur Fonzarelli School of Etiquette. Never play with your food. Maintain composure at all times. And always follow correct dating protocol. Yes, you can learn a lot of things from Happy Days. Correctamundo. Proper English, however, isn't one of them. So catch the next Happy Days. Some things never lose their cool.
Sunday at 1:30 on WBNX TV 55.
You're watching Cleveland's Independent, WBNX TV 55.
Hey, you may do a double take the next time you look in your wallet. For the first time in 17 years, the $2 bill is making a comeback. The $2 bill has been part of the U.S. currency since 1776, but you know, it's never been very popular. The Fed plans to put them into circulation within a few months.
Well, today marked 25 years since an inmate uprising at New York's Attica prison came to a brutal end. It was violent and it was bloody. And it brought to U.S. attention, and indeed the world, what life in an overcrowded prison can come to. But has anything changed since then?
Because of overcrowding, not least because of overcrowding, there's more violence in prisons today. There's more drug addiction. There's more illicit sex.
Right now, an inmate in a prison in New York State, in California, in Ohio, in Georgia, gets probably 3 times the amount of money spent on him than a family of 4 has at the poverty level.
Well, if any lesson has been learned, it is that negotiation and patience can go a long way in preventing the kind of bloodshed that occurred back in 1971. You know, for the most part, this has been a very dry summer. That is until this past week. Just look at all the rain that fell this morning alone. High water tied up traffic at Dead Man's Square for part of the day. 2 westbound lanes of traffic had to be closed off for several hours. Now we're told, fortunately, no one was hurt during this flash flooding.
And speaking of being all wet, Fox 8 News meteorologist Dick Goddard knows all about that. This was Dick on the cover of Cleveland magazine way back in 1974 when we were both young men and Wilma was just a girl. Today, Dick is celebrating 31 years on the air here at Fox 8.
I wish I could say I wasn't born yet, but congratulations, you cute thing.
And again, I had no idea this was the
But
day.
isn't that nice?
Well, wait a minute. You gave me the note about it.
No, I didn't. I was surprised when somebody told me. But I just remember May 1st, 1961, when I began over at KYW.
Well, that's the year I...
You, what?
Well, never mind.
What?
Yeah, you were watching me in kindergarten. How bad was I? I was so bad, the rumor, Bob Pasquinucci can bear this out, I was so bad. The rumor was I had to be the nephew of the vice president to get the job. I guess I reached mediocrity somewhere along
Experience
the line.
works, doesn't it? It helps
well,
through lots of
I've been very lucky. Thank all of you for whenever they take votes, I guess they say he's okay. That's how you
know, the truth is, when you were on the air and they had that big storm that year, oh, they cut me right off. See that? Never mind.
They don't care what you think.
Go back to Tim. He's got something important to say here.
Yeah, but anyway, I was the first year I was in radio in Ashtabula. We had that big storm, and you were on the air at Channel 3, and that's how I knew that I'd be in Ashtabula for an entire winter. Well, true. I was trapped there.
Right.
I used to watch you as a kiddie on the rug when I, babysitting with the television would babysit me. I'd watch Uncle Dick. That's why I call you that.
Okay. In spite of all that,
enough of this, yes.
I'll be back and we'll take a good look at the weather in about 2 minutes.
You're watching Cleveland's Independent, WBNX, TV 55.
Stars in The Cape.
Saturday on WBNX TV 55.
Have you seen Mattress Warehouse lately? Now we have something for the entire family. Sealy, Simmons, and Serta mattresses, plus bunk beds, futons, and soft-side water beds. Day beds with pop-up trundles, adjustable beds for individual comfort, as well as classic brass beds and heirloom quality iron beds. You wanted a larger selection and guaranteed low prices? No problem. Welcome to the new world of Mattress Warehouse. There's absolutely no reason to shop anywhere else.
In my courtroom, if you break the law, you pay.
She's about to take television by storm.
You're wasting my time, sir. This is nonsense.
Real cases, real people, real emotions.
You call that evidence?
And one judge at the eye of the storm.
I've heard enough. I'm ready to rule.
Judge Judy, she's ready to rule.
Premiering September 16th on WBNX TV 55.
Across the United States.
Got him?
Over 10 million fugitives roam our city streets.
You're going back to jail.
These are the true stories of the men whose job it is to bring these felons down. To seek, to locate, to capture.
You can run, but you can't hide. Eventually, we're going to get you.
Bounty hunters, coming this fall.
You're watching Cleveland's Independent, WBNX TV 55.
Our 60-degree high at Hopkins today makes this the coolest day since '57 back on May the 27th. The southern half of our viewing area has no idea of the rain we've had up here. Akron, Canton, Mansfield, hardly any measurable amount. Yet at Burke Lakefront Airport here in the city, 3.5 inches of rain. At Hopkins Airport, 3/4 of an inch, currently 55 degrees. Is there any good news? Well, yeah, I don't think the temperature will go much more than about 2 or 3 under that tonight because of all the clouds. The dew point 53 and humidity 93%, the wind west-southwest at 11. We are looking at a barometer steady there, nailed at 2971. There's the 3.5 at Burke Lakefront Airport and 3/4 of an inch at Hopkins. Out in Westlake, I know we've probably gone to about 1.5 inches now. 1 to 3 inches between Vermilion and Cleveland during the morning hours. 4,000-foot ceiling, visibility 5 miles in the rain at Hopkins Airport, and radar is telling a vivid story here of where the rain is still coming down out of Lake County into Geauga County here in Cuyahoga County. Another line out here towards the island area, and the Indians never did get it going tonight. They had about, they might have gotten 2 or 3 innings in before the heavy stuff arrived. They chose not to do anything, and I guess that was not unwise. Boy, are they going to have trouble. I guess people will have to sit on people's laps in these last few games to make up. Oh, will they? Okay, thank you, Casey. Anyway,
that's official.
That is official. Okay, we're going to notice here that the rain is fairly limited, but the problem is going to be, and watch this swirl here. Well, this is Hortense, and the good news there, winds at around 100 and some miles an hour, is headed here and may make contact with New Scotland, Nova Scotia tomorrow, and just brush the eastern part of the country, and that's certainly good news. Look at the swirl here. The clouds that also are emblematic of low pressure and the swirl counterclockwise around what's going on. 60 and 54, the extremes today. These are the normals. These are the records. And the pollen count 23, sunrise 7:07, setting 7:38. Warmest temperature ever recorded on this date at El Azizia in North Africa, September 13th, 1922, 136 degrees in the shade. Water temperatures holding along the lake shore, Cleveland through Toledo to Erie. Winds out of the northwest, then west 20, maybe 30 knots, waves 3 to 6, perhaps 3 to 8 feet. Through tomorrow, small craft advisory. Watch for water spouts. Could happen. Had one at least over the lake today. 24 on Lakes Huron and Michigan yesterday. Cold air funnels may also appear. The cousin of a tornado, but not quite. Looking at the low to mid-50s here, 58 in Chicago, 60 at Huntington. Here's what's happening. We've been looking at this all week, and that's the way it's working out. Low pressure at the surface and aloft, the weather control, and we'll take a cloud flight here. You've got to go pretty far to the west before you get into the clear sky. It'll be a while before we see that. A couple low pressure areas here, Hortense there. Fausto, winds of 85. Over the Baja Peninsula of Southern California, headed inland. Look at all the isobars around that low-pressure area and the Canadian air streaming southward. For tonight, it has been cloudy and it has been showery and it is breezy in counties at least adjacent to Lake Erie. Overnight low 53, a brisk west wind. Tomorrow, not a really nice day. I think we'll have dry periods, but there will be showers, and especially counties near the lake will be affected. You might have some thundery weather occasionally near the lake. Breezy again, the high only about 60, and that west wind 15 to 25. Low tomorrow night 52. I think we'll see some showers continuing, and on Sunday, still a chance we might have a shower, perhaps hear thunder in the extreme northeast counties. I think it'll be a better day than Saturday. 64 the high. Monday, mixed sky. I think that's a fairly slight chance now of a shower, thunder shower, with a high at 66 degrees. And we'll begin to dry out then further on Tuesday into Wednesday, but not a big breakout in temperature. Comfortably cool. Weatherline 8810-880. And thank you for all those tributes you paid me.
You are so deserving.
You earned them, Dick. And more.
Yeah, a lot more.
Your nose is going to grow.
Oh, I hope so.
He hopes. He always does that.
Don't mind.
He always says, I certainly hope so. Well, the Indians selling out every game have really caused a serious problem here, haven't they?
Yeah, a problem, especially for tonight's ticket holders.
Yeah, so you get to go down and be miserable, see nothing, and now wait a month for a refund. Such a deal. What a country. Magic number was at 8 tonight. The Indians are trying to begin their series with the A's after sweeping the Halos, but they never even got it started. Called after a 2-hour and 10-minute rain delay. They'll play a doubleheader tomorrow, and if you're holding a ticket for tomorrow, you get to see two. But if you had a ticket for tonight, you must mail it back to the Indians along with your name, number, address, and allow 4 weeks for a refund. Prior to the game, Dennis Martinez announced that he is through for the season. El Presidente threw for just 6 minutes yesterday before he had to shut it down because of pain. And what this means is that Dennis is through as a member of the Indians. He wants to pitch another year, but it won't be here. He was the first big-name free agent acquired by the Tribe after the turnaround, a class act. Meanwhile, Chicago, 9 back of the Tribe, began a series with The Red Sox in Boston, and Chicago is leading at 1-0. Reggie Jefferson, a rocket to the wall in center. Look at how close these runners are. But Jefferson got just a double. They held the runner at third. And after all that, it's just tied up at 1. It was 6-1 Red Sox when Clemens hung a curveball to the big hurt, and Frank Thomas put it in the nets. That made it 6-2 Boston. But then the Sox got the White Sox. You gotta watch that when Red Sox play the White Sox, don't you? Anyway, Norberto Martin throws it away. 2-run score, 8-2 Boston. But Chicago struck back. Tony Phillips tripled home Joey Cora. It became an 8-4 Boston lead. Right now, they're in the 8th. Boston leads at 8-5. The Indians' magic number is 8. And it could be 7. And coming up in a few moments, Friday night grandstand. Highlights from 6 area games, including a pair in Akron. It comes your way at 10:45.
Oh, those got to be fun to watch.
Oh, they're going to be very interesting tonight.
Yeah. I bet so. All right, Case, thanks. See you later. You know, folks who enjoy walking in the park might have to pay to enjoy the scenery.
And believe it or not, so far, they're not all that upset. We'll hear from them right after the break.
You're watching Cleveland's Independent, WBNX, TV 55.
Hi, I'm Sam Rubin.
And I'm Dorothy Lucy. Your Monday Scoop is a great value.
90210's David Brian Green visits to tell all about the off-screen goings-on in expensive Beverly Hills.
And also from the nanny, Charles Shaughnessy pays us a visit.
And just for you, we got Eddie Money for a song.
Eddie Money. And the latest gossip from Tinseltown.
It's an hour well spent. The next Scoop with Sam and Dorothy right here. Tune in, don't miss it. All that stuff, you know?
Monday on WBNX TV 55. Premiering September 28th on WBNX TV 55.
The Adventures of Sinbad. Set sail with a high-flying, sword-fighting, death-defying, swashbuckling action hero. His name alone stands the test of time. Sinbad?
Sinbad.
Sinbad.
What?
Sinbad. That's the one. Now in an all-new series of amazing adventures.
Wish me luck.
Sinbad.
How many did you injure?
20. The name stands for action.
But they started it.
Sinbad. The name stands for adventure.
That thing can capsize us in a heartbeat.
Sinbad.
If you need anything, just call.
The name stands for excitement.
We're in trouble.
An all-new action series.
Let's set sail.
Don't miss the adventures of Sinbad.
Saturday on WBNX TV 55.
You're watching Cleveland's Independent, WBNX TV 55.
This just in, fire departments from some 10 different Stark County communities are still on the scene at this hour of a plastics plant fire at this hour. The blaze started earlier this evening at the Van K Plastics plant that's in Canton Township. Apparently a machine caught fire igniting the plastic. Part of the plant has been destroyed. 3 people were hurt. One of them has been hospitalized. Luckily, there were no dangerous fumes. There were also no evacuations. We will have more on this fire for you tomorrow on Fox 8 News at 6 o'clock. A Barberton family touched by tragedy last month has fallen on hard times once again. The house belonging to Wendy Laughter caught fire because of a short in a fish tank heater. Just 2 weeks ago, Wendy lost her husband Mark after he accidentally detonated an old Army artillery shell in their basement. Wendy and her 3 children escaped unharmed. Money from a fund set up after Mark's death also burned in that fire.
There was a roar echoing from the Akron Rubber Bowl tonight as Hoban High School and St. Vincent St. Mary clashed on the high school football field. The first time the schools have met in this battle in 19 years. But earlier today at Hoban, you might have thought students and faculty were keeping their feelings quiet about the big game. Well, there was a reason. Today was Mom Day, a day when the entire school keeps quiet until the pep rally.
Nobody speaks at all when they're in the halls or anything, and only when it's part of the classroom situation. And all of that energy is kept inside, and then when we go down into the assembly right before the end of school, and we get seated, and then at a certain signal, you let out with all of the energy, and this energy hopefully goes into the players, and that carries them on throughout the game.
And later we'll have highlights of the clash of titans between Hoban and St. Vincent St. Mary's in the Friday night grandstand. The Cuyahoga Valley National Recreation Area will soon be asking people to chip in to help maintain the popular towpath bike trail.
Bill tightening in Washington is forcing the park to ask those who use the trail for a voluntary donation of $5 a year. Now it's hoped that at least 10% of the trail's 200,000 visitors will raise $100,000 in the first year. So far, reaction to the donation request has been mostly positive.
People who use it ought to be willing to support it. You know, it's beautiful down here, and it's free. I mean, $5 isn't a lot to ask for maintenance and care of the area.
I'd rather spend $5 on this than some of the things the federal government does to waste our money. If they can preserve all of this for us and for our future generations, it's well worth it.
Now, those who donate will be given a towpath tag that the park hopes people will wear to show their support.
Really a small price to pay for a local treasure, huh?
It's really valuable to them in a lot of ways. You know, people are superstitious about a lot of things, and one of those is, are you?
No.
Friday the 13th. I'm not either, really. But should we really view this day with dread? It all depends on how you look at it.
Plus, taking care of your health doesn't have to cost a lot of money. In fact, for some Cleveland area women, an ounce of prevention is free.
You're watching Cleveland's independent, WBNX TV 55.
The Lamberts win a trip to paradise.
Man, Hawaii, is this awesome or what?
But Dana gets a prize of her own.
Would you like to have lunch?
She met a guy.
Dude. And while Cody and JT search for gold,
X marks the spot where the treasure will be.
Dana gets more than she bargained for.
Are you serious?
I want you to marry me.
Romance and fun in the sun on the next Step by Step.
Monday at 5:30 on TV 55.
The next America's Funniest doesn't ask any questions. Doesn't cause any governments to topple. And doesn't contain any fluorocarbons. Just a whole lot of laughs. Guaranteed on the next America's Funniest Home Videos.
Monday night at 6 on TV 55.
If it's caught on tape, then it's gonna be on real TV. Boaters are told to beware. These currents are deadly. Now see what happens to not one, not two, but 3 boats as they're sucked under in these raging rapids. Then watch a postal sting as it happens from a camera in the ashtray. All goes well until this creep pulls a gun on our good guy cop. Plus the bungling burglar who puts a garbage bag over his head. It's one for the Stupid Hall of Fame on real TV.
Tuesday at 7:30 on TV 55.
WBNX TV 55 has a new address, www.wbnx.com, Cleveland's first TV station online. Just click on our programming and movie sections for current program information. Browse through road trips and find out about some of Ohio's favorite family getaways. Your kids can join the Fox 55 Kids Club, participate in fun area events, plus coming soon will offer valuable Cyber Saver discounts. Discover Cleveland's independent WBNX TV 55 online.
You're watching Cleveland's independent, WBNX TV 55.
Remember, first it was Joe Camel. Now another group of cartoon pitchmen are coming under fire. Mothers Against Drunk Driving want to send the Budweiser Frogs back to the swamp. The group is calling on Anheuser-Busch to pull the plug on the popular frog spots. They say the ad appeals to children much the same way tobacco opponents say Joe Camel gets kids into smoking.
One of our area's best kept secrets is a secret no more. Some of us can get free medical care. You see, the Women's Protective Health Service is a federally funded program that lets non-insured and underinsured women over 40 go to health providers close to home for free testing.
Just takes a phone call. We enroll them by phone,
and then we send them information on the different places they can go in their county to receive the services.
Now, if you'd like to find out more about the free mammograms, the free pap smears, call the number you see right there on the screen, 443-7552. That's in Cuyahoga County. Now, in Lake, Lorain, Medina, and Summit counties, call 1-800-443-2168. Well, she's been up in space almost a half a year, but astronaut Shannon Lucid may finally be coming home. Lucid has been aboard the Russian space station Mir, but a space shuttle crew is getting ready to bring her home now. The shuttle Atlantis is set to lift off on Monday, pick up Lucid Wednesday, and return to Earth on September the 26th. Now, if all goes as planned, by the time she comes home, Lucid will have spent 188 days in orbit.
Police in Hollywood, Florida say they don't know who a woman they found in the ocean is. All they know is she says she's a mermaid. The Jane Doe was found in the Atlantic about 2 miles offshore, fully dressed and treading water. The woman told police she's a mermaid and came up to get some air. She also said she wanted to stay in the water, but she is now in the hospital.
She's a mermaid, isn't she? All right.
Well, if she says it.
If she says she's a mermaid.
Yeah. Hey, don't walk under a ladder. A broken mirror brings 7 years bad luck. We've all got our own quirky superstitions. Coming up, a look at one of the biggest, Friday the 13th.
It creates mermaids, but first of all, it may be Friday the 13th, but it's also time for Friday Night Football. Our Fox 8 News sports team has highlights and all the scores for you coming up next.
You're watching Cleveland's Independent, WBNX TV 55.
On the next LAPD.
Get on the ground!
Suspected car thieves take a turn for the worse.
The suspect is in custody.
Then officers desperately fight to save the life of a robbery suspect.
I got no pulse.
And a graduation party doesn't pass the test.
Should probably just be another party. They might be shooting off their guns.
We're hereby ordered to leave the area immediately.
On the next LAPD, Life on the Beat.
Friday at midnight on WBNX TV 55. Saturday, when their men march off to war, the proper ladies form an explosive alliance with the Barroom Bells.
These women all working together, like throwing a fox in a hen house.
And hold off a band of renegades.
To fight.
Joan Collins and Priscilla Barnes join Donny Osmond in The Wild Women of Chastity Gulch, Saturday at 8 on TV 55.
On the next Matlock,
He didn't commit suicide.
one of these geniuses has committed murder.
I thought something suspicious was going on.
But the one who stands accused
He's a kid.
has a lawyer in the family. He's my nephew. In a case of high IQs.
It seemed potentially dangerous.
And low-down crimes. You lost him. Yeah. Two brilliant minds team up.
There's nothing out of the ordinary about that.
On Matlock.
Saturday on TV 55.
On the next Save Our Streets, she was about to become a victim of rape when she took justice into her own hands, literally.
I proceeded to twist it in the opposite direction.
He was caught in a deadly crossfire after stopping a daring bank robbery. Then, 3 citizens who stepped in when a runaway biker went on a rush hour rampage. Join host Tim Reed and find out what you should do if you're an eyewitness to danger. Don't miss Save Our Streets.
You're watching Cleveland's Independent, WBNX TV 55.
Welcome to Friday Night Grandstand. Once again, let's head right to our Akron Canton newsroom. Fox 8 sports reporter John Tellich took in a pair of games in that area. John, kick it off.
I will most likely do that, Casey. We start our night at Walsh Jesuit High School. This is the first regular season meeting between Walsh and, of course, Akron-Buchtel. Last year in the Division II playoffs, the Buchtel Griffins defeated the Warriors of Walsh and sent them home for the year. You know something? They even tailgate on the high school level, ladies and gentlemen, as they eagerly anticipate this contest. Walsh on the move, and that's Matt Powers with a nice reception, and he gets some big yardage. But the Griffins, Joseph Smith puts the big defensive hit, and the Warriors settle for a field goal. It would be 5-0 when McCray is hit in the backfield by his own quarterback for the safety. Meanwhile, Walsh High's John Subity gets the ball and drags a bunch of Griffs on this run. He gets 8 yards right there. And Jeff Endress, his second field goal of the night, makes it 8-0. Walsh, basically the winning points of the game. Just before the half, number 3, Marlon Irvin with a touchdown reception. But Walsh wins 8-6, handing the Griffs their first loss of the year. Now to the Rubber Bowl for the first meeting in 19 years between Akron St. Vincent St. Mary and Akron Hoban. Hey, some wild Irish fans trying to get their team pumped up. Number 1, Dustin Wimberly of the Hoban Knights with a hard run there. And watch this touchdown catch and run by number 2, Michael Harrigo of Hoban. It was 14-0 the Knights. The Irish with the football and the handoff to Reggie Crook. And there's Hoban's Chris DeMoro. A beautiful play as he nails him for a 15-yard loss. And Paul Urdalis will nearly break this one all the way for the touchdown. He settles for a 40-yard gain. It would set up a field goal, and Akron Hoban beats Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. The final 24-0. That would be the third time, Casey, that Hoban has picked up a shutout in their series. Had not played in 19 years. And by the way, our Mike DePasquale, a happy alum as his team wins tonight.
As is producer Tommy Bruno. All right, John, it looked absolutely positively dry down there.
Yeah, it was very nice down here.
Okay, now let's head east, and we're going to start with Wycliffe at home. The Blue Devils looking for their first win of the year against the Rebels of Willoughby South, and after a scoreless first quarter, we're going to pick it up in the second quarter. Willoughby South fullback Brian Russ capped a 60-yard drive with a 1-yard run up the gut and the score. Now the Rebels trying for 2. Eric Schroeder goes off right tackle into the end zone, and South led it 8-0. Blue Devils. Mark Porcello going to put it up, tries to find Kevin Kirshner. The Rebels, however, flagged for interference, but it does go as a 16-yard pickup. Wycliffe drove it down, had it first and goal to go, tried 4 times to get it into the end zone, but they were turned back by a stout Rebel defense, and it was a final score, 8-0 at the half. That's how it ended. Willoughby South wins it just up the road a piece. Sparky DiBiasio Stadium. Panthers of Euclid home to the Cardinals of Mentor. It was 14-0 Panthers. Third quarter. Quarterback Fred Bush fakes the pitch on the option, takes it in for the score, 20-7. Euclid at that point after his block. Panther defense coming up with the big sack there. Delmar Stewart stormed in, and when they weren't sacking, they were picking. Here's Johnny Johnson with the INT. Euclid wins it 20-7 the final. The Panthers now 2-1. Mentor falls to 1-2. Now to the Fox 8 newsroom and Fox 8 sports reporter Dan Coughlin, who took in a pair of battles on the west side. And Danny, in what could be the final game of the year for a pair of schools.
John F. Kennedy was at bay with a strike possibility in the Cleveland schools. Tragically, it could turn out to be the final game of the season for the Fighting Eagles. You've got to be dedicated on a night like this, and no one is more dedicated than JFK coach Roy Kidd in his 27th season as coach of the Fighting Eagles. And Tom Kaiser has been guiding the Rockets for the past 15 seasons. Number 24, Bay running back Chris Knack was dedicated to getting the ball in the end zone. Chris goes the final 3 yards early in the second quarter, and the Rockets have a 7-0 lead. On Bay's next possession, Knack goes 20 yards around left end, and Bay pushes its lead to 14-0. Knack scored 3 touchdowns as Bay went on to defeat JFK 34-0. And now a few miles away, the Demons of Westlake trying to remain unbeaten as they played host to the Rams of Rhodes High School. It was already 25-0 Demons at the half when Westlake's Kyle Mueller took the second half kickoff, and he went 80 yards down the left sidelines, and the Demons led it 31-0. Midway through the third quarter, it's gonna be Mueller again. He breaks loose and goes 38 yards. It became 37-0 Westlake. 3 touchdowns for Mueller, but the Rams mounted a threat when quarterback Joey Jernigan found tight end Phil Smith at midfield. And the Jernigan to Smith connection again, this time down to the 17-yard line. Rhodes reached the Westlake 5 before turning it over as the Demons won their 3rd in a row. The final score, Westlake 37, Rhodes nothing. Demons 3-0, just the opposite for Rhodes. And if I look, Casey, as though I'm a drowned rat, I am. Every picture you saw, just remember, I was standing right next to the camera.
Ron Straw.
Ron Straw was as wet as I am.
Tim Roski and Ron Mounts. They all turned in sterling performances. Thank you, Danny. Well, our yards look great. High school football field is going to be tough for a while. Now tonight's results with information on the Fox 8 Player of the Week to follow. And coaches, don't forget to nominate your outstanding player of the night by calling or faxing us here at Fox 8. The fax number 391-9559, or call with your nominations 432-4248. Coaches only plays. Fastest 8 minute in sports.
It was over
that.
quickly.
Yeah, I didn't know you directed, too. That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
Rather than like this year has gone so far. Can you believe it?
Week 3 of the high school season gone already.
My goodness.
Amazing thing.
Are you superstitious, Case?
Yes.
A little bit?
Knock
on wood. Well, if you are the superstitious type as well, then you already know what today is.
That's right, Friday the 13th. And is all that stuff about bad luck for real? Find out after the break.
You're watching Cleveland's Independent, WBNX TV 55.
Stars in The Cape.
Saturday on WBNX TV 55.
Imagine if you were the coolest person in your town. Heck, how about the world? You'd have cool wheels, cool dates, and of course, a cool name.
Hey, Fonz!
Fonzie!
Fonzie. What a great guy!
Hey, even your friends would be cool. Well, most of them. So catch the next Happy Days. Some things never lose their cool.
Sunday at 1:30 on WBNX TV 55.
Hi, I'm Sam Rubin.
And I'm Dorothy Lucy. Your Monday Scoop is a great value.
90210's David Brian Green visits to tell all about the off-screen goings-on in expensive Beverly Hills.
And also from the nanny, Charles Shaughnessy pays us a visit.
And just for you, we got Eddie Money for a song.
Eddie Money. And the latest gossip from Tinseltown.
It's an hour well spent. The next Scoop with Sam and Dorothy right here. Tune in, don't miss it. All that stuff, you know?
Monday on WBNX TV 55.
In my courtroom, if you break the law, you pay.
She's about to take television by storm.
You're wasting my time, sir. This is nonsense.
Real cases, real people, real emotions.
You call that evidence?
And one judge at the eye of the storm.
I've heard enough. I'm ready to rule.
Judge Judy, she's ready to rule.
Premiering September 16th on WBNX TV 55. You're watching Cleveland's Independent, WBNX TV 55.
Well, now we know what makes Kenny Lofton run those bases so fast. It is chili. No ordinary chili, mind you, but Kenny Lofton's home-style beef chili with beans. And there is a secret ingredient that gives Kenny's chili its kick. Well, it's cherries. That's right, it's cherries. And you can get Kenny's chili at local supermarkets. And while we're talking Tribe, by the way, Chicago lost tonight, so our Tribe's magic number is now 7.
Here's another magic number. Christmas is still 103 days away, but we've got the perfect gift right here, Wilma. Check this out. It is the biggest heart-shaped diamond ever offered for auction. Christie's Auction House in New York is putting the 101.31 carat stone up for the highest bidder next month. Christie's expects the gem to fetch more than $10 million.
I don't know. Who would believe it was real, like I said at 5 o'clock?
No one.
No one.
Many folks say there's something spooky about Friday the 13th, but some New England witches are getting ready for something even more eerie.
On this, the most superstitious of days, a group of witches in Haverhill, Massachusetts have been given the go-ahead to plan a pagan ceremony in a public park. And guess when this big event is going to be held? Halloween. Are you the kind of person who's superstitious?
Well, if so, Fox 8 News reporter Gary Stromberg says you were probably very cautious on this Friday the 13th.
Would you walk under a ladder?
Well, certainly.
Would you let a black cat cross your path?
Why not? If it's crossing it, why not? Why not?
If he's going there anyway, right?
Yeah, right.
13, it's supposed to be an unlucky number, a number of destruction.
I think it's a lot of baloney.
Does 13 mean good luck or bad luck?
Good luck.
13 means good luck.
Yeah.
Are you 13 years old?
No, 4.
I believe what happens to you is your own doing. So I don't think that a particular day or date determines your fate.
Triskaidekaphobia is the fear of the number 13. Sometimes it applies, other times it doesn't.
Will you stay on the 13th floor at a hotel?
Any hotel I stay has to go one floor. You know, you want those drive-up deals and all that.
Wayne Horowitz, the manager of Broadway Bagels, stands 6'8". Unlikely he can find a ladder tall enough that he can walk under. Today, like every day, they give you a 13th bagel free with every dozen you buy.
But on the 14th, I'm not going to give you 14, Gary.
Have you ever had any bad luck?
Oh, yes.
Do you cry about it?
No, you just move on.
Because tomorrow's the 14th.
That'll be a good day.
Gary Stromberg, Fox 8 News in Lyndhurst.
And that's our report at 10. We'll be back with a live report on the status of the Cleveland Schools midnight strike deadline as soon as we know something definitive.
Thank you for welcoming us into your home with the day's news tonight. Make it a good, safe weekend. See you later. Good night, everybody.
across the United States.
Got him?
Over 10 million fugitives roam our city streets.
I'm going back to jail.
These are the true stories of the men whose job it is to bring these felons down. To seek, to locate, to capture.
You can run, but you can't hide. Eventually, we're going to get you.
Bounty hunters, coming this fall.
Premiering September 28th on WBNX TV 55.
The Adventures of Sinbad. Set sail with a high-flying, sword-fighting, death-defying, swashbuckling action hero. His name alone stands the test of time.
Sinbad.
Sinbad.
What?
Sinbad. That's the one. An all-new action series, The Adventures of Sinbad.
Saturday on WBNX TV 55.
What you are about to see is real. There are no reenactments. Patrol officers Michael Cardenas and Craig Hensey respond to a radio call for assistance. A stolen car being pursued by police has entered their area. It speeds through a stop sign, crashing into a pickup truck. 3 suspects flee in different directions, and one of them heads right for Cardenas and Hensey.
He's running.
Right here. Grab this guy. Grab this guy. Grab him. Get on the ground!
With the suspect subdued, Cardenas rushes back to the scene of the accident.
I got him. The one in blue, I got him.
Other officers are pursuing the additional suspects on foot.
Got a Mary unit already. Got all suspects in custody, so now we're going to deal with this accident here. These guys, they were in pursuit. They blew a stop sign and just ran right into this truck here, and these people, I don't know how badly hurt they are, but... Everybody okay in here? ¿Está apagado el carro? Paga el carro. Que no salga, aquí quédense, okay? All right, let's go get our guy over here. They got him down here. They took off running. They got him down here. There he is right there. Hey, Santana, did you see them all bail out?
I saw every single one of them. That's the driver right there.
No, did you? Okay, the one have all blue on? Because I got one that ran that way.
Yeah, that's another guy.
Okay.
And
the driver's got the white. That's him right there.
He ran that way.
Right there.
That's him.
Okay, so I got your passenger over here. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's it. Driver, your passenger is the one we got over here. Everyone takes up their own sections, and the airship was overhead, so he directed everybody where to go. Luckily, we came northbound. He saw everybody go after the driver, so our passenger started running northbound, ran right into us, tried to play it off like he wasn't running when he saw us, but we saw him originally run from the location. So he's in custody, driver's in custody, and hopefully those people aren't too badly hurt in the truck, and that's a wrap.
Saw the guy coming up, thought he was one of the suspects, so I told him to get down on the ground. He refused, so I approached and used a self-defense technique and knocked him down.
Your headlight's still on too, but... Oh, see, there's a third guy right there. There's a third guy right there. See him? The little guy right there? You know what? I'm gonna pull my car up there. Okay, get in.
My son never stole a car. I was just telling people. That's it. That's it.
Throw away the key.
That's it.
All right, Bob. Where'd you guys pick him up at?
801 Hoover. Advised him to slow down. Now they flipped us off, and then right there we knew that he was going to turn it on. He's coming too fast, and we got these metal things in the street for the potholes and stuff. And I think he lost his traction, and that's when he just slammed into that truck in front of us. So we got all three of them.
All right, yeah, I got you a runner down here, so.
All right. Thanks a lot for your help.
All right.
Thanks, Mike.
A motorcycle officer will investigate the traffic accident.
The main thing is you got to be real careful, especially when you're in pursuit. You got to watch out for the units that are in pursuit. You don't want to run into them or run into the suspect's vehicle. So you got to be real careful when responding to trying to assist the officers. And what you want to do is, what we do is we parallel the pursuit or stay a few blocks east or west of the pursuit, just in case the suspects run like they did in this case. Everyone knew where the pursuit was going to, but units stayed northeast, south, and west of the location. It paid off because they all took off running. Everyone picked a suspect, and I think the suspect in our case picked us, came right to us, so it made it easier for us.
The three suspects are juveniles. The driver was charged with felony grand theft auto. One passenger received a lesser charge. Both will appear before a juvenile court. Coming up.
My son saying he saw everything. He snatched the purse.
A woman is violently robbed in a parking lot, but a young witness may give officers a break in the case.
It was a red Mazda RX-7, and I seen him run up.
I was combating him. I caught him in my shirt.
No response.
I got no pulse.
Medics fight to bring a man back from the edge of death.
He was holding him down for, I don't know, and then we tried to look too good for him. I said, do you need help? And he said, call the police.
Saturday, when their men march off to war, the proper ladies form an explosive alliance with the barroom belles.
These women all working together, like throwing a fox in a hen house.
And hold off a band of renegades.
To fight.
Joan Collins and Priscilla Barnes join Donny Osmond in The Wild Women of Chastity Gulch, Saturday at 8 on TV 55.
At Friedman, Damiano & Smith, one of the most common questions we get is, what happens if I'm in a car accident with someone who has little or no insurance?
Friedman, Damiano & Smith often recover damages for our clients under their own insurance policies at no additional cost.
This coverage may be available whether you're a driver, passenger, or a pedestrian.
Give us a call, and we'll answer your questions. At Friedman, Damiano & Smith, your concerns are our business.
Don't miss our Super September sale going on now at Fred Goddard Ford in Talmadge. All 96 models must go. Save big on 96 F-150s, only $12,995. 96 Ranger Super Cabs, only $16,300. 96 Escort Wagons, only $10,440. 96 Taurus GL, $16,750. 96 Windstar, just $239 a month. Or choose one of our discounted quality used vehicles. That's Fred Goddard Ford for over 31 years of honest dealing in Talmadge.
On the next Matlock,
He didn't commit suicide.
one of these geniuses has committed murder.
I thought something suspicious was going on.
But the one who stands accused
He's a kid.
has a lawyer in the family.
He's my nephew.
In a case of high
It
IQs
seemed potentially dangerous.
and low-down crimes,
You lost him.
yeah, two brilliant minds team up
There's nothing out of the ordinary about that.
on Matlock.
Saturday on TV 55.
Patrol officers Lyle Knight and Frank Hernandez work out of the Van Nuys division. They're on their way to investigate a purse snatching which just took place in a bank parking lot. A description of the suspect has already been broadcast.
Well, right now we're going to a 211 just occurred at Bank of America. The suspects are described as two male Hispanics that use a gun, and they were last seen in a red TR7. So we're going to go over there and see what actually occurred and get a crime broadcast out and see if we can get these guys caught. Hey, who's the victim?
Whose purse was stolen?
She's hers? Does she speak English?
No, I got a translator for you.
Okay.
Betty, go translate for them, please.
Please. Bye.
Yeah, I'm here with you. Just ask her what happened.
Yeah, I just need to know what happened.
Okay, can you change about that?
While Officer Hernandez speaks to the woman, his partner gets information from the bank security guard.
Somebody was getting robbed out here. I ran outside. By the time I got outside, they told me that it was a red Mazda RX-7. A black male got out the car, walked around, and snatched her purse. He said he followed her outside the bank. I didn't see that. And he had on a stripy shirt and black pants.
9064, 211 occurred approximately 15 minutes ago from the location. Suspect described as a male black, bald head, unknown type of eyes. Okay, so it wasn't a TR7?
Gas pants.
Gas pants?
He was the ones in the back. He was sitting in the car. Remember I tried to left my son in the car?
Yeah.
My son said he saw everything. It scared me out of him.
Really? Okay,
Sean, what happened?
Then he came and told something to the lady, and then he snatched the purse. She fell on the wheel. And then I felt something shake. I looked up. It was a red Mazda RX-7, and I seen him run around the car, and they kept smacking on the window, you know. And then he went straight. He turned up down and went down there.
In the car?
Yeah.
Okay.
I left him in the car.
Okay. Okay, because see, what we got was, it was a TR7. It was 2 male Hispanics.
It was an RX-7.
RX-7.
It was a black.
Yeah, that's what they had told me. That's the information that they gave me, and I came back and called
The guy was
911.
in front of me in line. Remember he kept saying, why the line's so long?
Yeah.
And I kept saying, well, this is short compared to today. And he's like, do you know where another Bank of America is? I go, no. I said, just like that. And the other lady told me in North Hollywood. Because I know he was acting weird. I knew he was a newcomer. Because he was asking too many questions. You saw him? My son was in the car. Yeah. He was sitting in the car. It scared him. He said he was afraid. It scared him. He said because it shook the car.
Okay, what color was the guy's hair that snapped?
He was bald-headed. He was black, yeah.
What about, how tall do you think he was? Taller than me, shorter than me?
Yeah, about like that.
He's by his height, Sean.
About my height?
Yeah.
Okay, so about 6 feet. Okay, now, did you see a weapon or anything, like a gun, or?
No.
He just snatched it?
Just snatched it, yeah.
Bodily force. Okay, let me ask them, see what they got. What do you got, Frank?
He went to the other parking lot.
And then kept on going?
Right.
Kept going that way? Okay. These three ladies, 1, 2, 3, right here were, and her, were on their way out of the bank. They're coming up to their vehicle. I guess this is right here. Victim, or a suspect, drives up from behind in a Mazda. They say it was one black male occupant. And he asked them something. They don't remember what exactly he was talking about. But he was like getting upset with somebody that was driving a car behind him, it seemed like. That's the gist of what they got. Anyway, the same guy, he gets out of his car, goes to this lady right here, grabs her purse away from her, gets back in his car.
Takes off?
Takes off westbound and cuts up north, going through this parking lot and the one across the street, and he's gone out that way.
So that would be Van Owen up there.
Yeah.
Okay, what year do you think the RX-7 was? Was it older model or newer?
It was about the old RX-7.
The old RX-7?
You know your cars.
You know the one that you wanted to buy, you know one of those, though?
It's 86. Like 86.
What did they take from them, Frank?
$626 in ID and the name of the victim. Tell her that the detectives are going to be getting in touch with her probably next week, or as quickly as they can.
Well, I appreciate your help, and you guys take care. Thank you very much.
Shake his hand.
Thank you, Sean.
Bye-bye. You're welcome anytime. He's built a little bit skinny.
So I guess that description couldn't be any further off than 2 male Hispanics when actually it was just 1 male black.
Right.
It was a newer model Mazda, not an old TR7.
TR7, because...
Maybe somebody heard the crime broadcast and might look out and see the car going down the road. That's about the best we can hope for, is they get too much of a head start on us.
Or maybe he's still hanging out in the area and we just happen to roll by, see RX-7, match description, and maybe our luck could pay off.
Because of the accurate description of the suspect and vehicle, the case remains under active investigation by detectives.
Welcome to the Arthur Fonzarelli School of Etiquette. Never play with your food. Maintain composure at all times. And always follow correct dating protocol. Yes, you can learn a lot of things from Happy Days. Proper English, however, isn't one of them. So catch the next Happy Days. Some things never lose their cool.
Sunday at 1:30 on WBNX TV 55.
The end is near. Get unheard-of savings during the year-end clearance sale at Courtesy Auto World. All 96s must go. Rebates up to $3,000 and cash discounts up to $5,300. Save more than ever on Caravan, Voyager, and Tough Ram trucks. Or choose from hundreds of used cars. Sale price from $19.90. Don't waste 1 minute. Save now at Courtesy Auto World in Ravenna.
Always drive with Courtesy. Chrysler Plymouth Dodge.
Come on in. It's me, Ron Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. Our prices are hundreds of dollars less than the comparable national brands, and they're clearly posted right on the wall. No double talk. Our factory is right here at our store. We've simply eliminated the middleman. See the quality that goes into our mattresses. Compare them feature for feature with the comparable national brands. Relax, test them out, and ask lots of questions at the Original Mattress Factory.
Don't see anybody down. Just got about 10 people in the rear yard. They're wrapping up the music equipment. That's it. All right, just pack it up.
If you're not with the DJ, get out of here.
A hot, steamy summer graduation night in the City of Angels. When final goodbyes turn into loud, rowdy parties, it's time for officers Kevin Shofty, Nathan Butcher, and the men and women of the Foothill Division to restore the peace.
Everything went pretty good. We had about 200 people. It's graduation night. Sometimes these parties can go sideways, but we had enough units here. Everybody got here pretty fast. All the units staged up in the parking lot. Then when we went in, there was no problem. Usually when a group sees a lot of officers come at one time, there's not much, they don't give you a lot of problem. They usually just leave, and that's what happened, so it all worked out pretty well.
We got a 415 group with shots fired up here on Fillmore. We have 2 units responding to back us right now.
Should probably just be another party. They may be shooting off their guns.
The presence of a gun ups the ante. This time the airship rushes ahead to try and make a quick ID of any shooters in the area.
Police department, the party is now over. You are hereby ordered to leave the area immediately. All of you people in this front yard, let's go. Get out of that yard. Do not go back in the yard. Get in your vehicles and leave the area now.
When possible guns are involved, a massive show of force is called for, and a command presence is quickly presented. No guns are found, and the partygoers are soon ordered to disperse and leave the area.
Let's go. It's time to go.
Open the gate.
Hey, that way.
We got 20 people. Let's go out of here.
You guys in the backyard there, that stuff is attached garage, that side door on the...
Go. Leave. No, you're not. You're leaving right now.
Hey, airship, we're going to run everybody out of here and code 4 and leave. Okay, Roger. Yeah, this group over here in the northeast corner, they could be your troublemakers, if anybody. One of us had to be restrained by a buddy of theirs.
You guys need to leave.
Code 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Paxson. Party on leave.
Most of these parties we've been to tonight have been just high school students that's graduated, and it's not too bad. A lot of times we'll go to parties with 200 to 300 gang members. Sometimes they get a lot more dangerous.
Z197, could I also get RO information on that too, please?
Turn this light on, they're gone. How about the helicopter showing up? They think we mean business.
These ones tonight are just a hint of what's going to happen through the rest of the summer. As long as the summer's going on and all the parties, it'll be like this in this division all summer long.
Just another hot summer's night patrol in the City of Angels.
I was combating him. I caught him in my shirt.
No response.
I got no pulse.
Medics fight to bring a man back from the edge of death.
He was holding him down for, I don't know, and then we tried to look too good for him.
I said, do you need help? And he said, call the police.
Men, is gray hair sneaking up on you, right under your nose?
It is sneaking up on me. Here, too.
You need Just for Men gel. Brush in, and in 5 minutes, rinse.
It's the sure thing for a natural look.
Just for Men gel.
When eyes are red and dry, use Clear Eyes. Unlike the other leading eye drop, Clear Eyes removes redness and as an ingredient to moisturize. Now there's a Clear Eyes for contact lens relief, too.
If you have an idea for a new product or how to improve an existing product, call Inventors Helpline now at the number on your screen. Inventors Helpline is offering this valuable information absolutely free. When you call right now, you'll receive the 10-step invention process, confidential documents, and important disclosure forms. So if you have a new idea, do something now. Call the number on your screen.
For your free Inventor's Kit, call 800-977-6700. That's 800-977-6700.
Get comfy, folks. You don't want to miss this game.
You are darn tootin'.
Here's the kick, and we're underway.
Hey, enjoying the game?
Trying to.
You know, you could watch this TV at your place. We'll deliver it for you. Give you a free service.
Game on.
Well, and because you're renting at Rent-A-Center, you're trying it before you buy it. So if you decide you want a TV that's bigger, or just more your style, you're never stuck with anything you don't want. Guaranteed.
Yes! Try it at home, you say?
Yeah. Anything in the store.
Cool. Brian? Oh, that's my pizza. Would you mind?
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian. He's a good kid.
Before you buy it anywhere else, try it at Rent-A-Center, the store that lets you try it before you buy it. Call today to find out how.
George, watch the lamp.
On patrol in Southwest Division with officers Greg Stearns and Earl Perry. Suddenly,